Hey guys, Third Street Reactions is back with you. I'm Tom.
Shane.
Malachi.
James.
And we are back with Archer, Season 3, Episode 11. Guys, first filming in our new digs here, our new studio.
Yeah, we got a new studio. It might not look that different, but my dad was kind enough to help me, he pretty much did most of the work, to be honest with you. I was just like the hammer boy. Build like this outdoor shed almost. It's pretty much an outdoor facility, climate controlled. And we did paint it gray, so it might look a little, that's what probably looks different to you guys. But it's actually so much better. There's not gonna be any footsteps and water turning on. Oh my god, it's gonna be great.
Is your dad coming to the fucking door just staring at us?
Yeah.
Got a glass door here, so.
Yeah, there is a glass door right there. So
And so guys, in terms of Archer, last episode, do we remember what happened with the KGB? The defective from KGB.
yeah, it was Nikolai Jackoff, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so there's this running storyline that might be Archer's dad.
Right.
And he gets killed because he defects, and Barry kills him somehow. He lets the gas off or something?
Lets the gas off at
The microwave.
Well, yeah, it was
That's
Microwave.
what set it off, yeah.
Yeah, and so
like Sergeant Dokes.
and he finds the location of the safe house by meeting up randomly, bumping into Cheryl out at a bar.
Yeah.
She ends up stupidly giving the location of the safe house where
Yeah.
Barry goes over. But we also had a little bit of a side plot going on with Archer while this is all happening.
Oh my gosh.
For the last, two episodes
Couple
now,
episodes he's been shagging.
He's been sleeping with Pam.
Yeah.
And he's into it.
He's really into
He's
it.
really into it.
It's implied heavily that she's like really great at bed.
It is.
Yeah.
It's been implied for a while.
Yeah. I just love that she grew up on the dairy farm.
And I think that Archer obviously likes it because Archer doesn't have trouble meeting women, so.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not like he's desperate like me.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets the women, so he likes her. I mean, he likes at least sleeping with her.
Yeah, I mean, this is going on at work and everything else.
Yeah.
So
But he also wants her to hide it too. So
He's
definitely
ashamed of it.
He's definitely ashamed. Yeah.
I had a situation like that in high school on the corner of Ninth Street in
I remember
Washington.
That was the biggest mistake of your life.
Biggest.
Yeah, I remember that.
So one of the big unanswered questions that we have, though, now that Nikolai Jackoff is presumed dead, is there's no DNA evidence because he's kaboom. So now
I
Archer's.
figured you could still get DNA.
You can still.
That's
I mean, there's
kinda
still
what I thought,
pieces.
too.
Yeah.
Parts.
But I think the episode kind of implied now that Archer's not going to be able to determine whether or not he's actually his father.
Unless his father's out there in the wind,
I can't see that storyline just ending.
Disappearing.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. So we're going to jump into the next episode, but first, if you'd like to support us, Patreon, 4-week early access, full-length uncut reactions.
Yeah.
Check out our merch. Make sure to follow us on Instagram.
Great. Let's go.
Better be good, Krieger. I mean,
A surprise!
I hate surprises. I mean, except surprise fellatio. That I like. The non-midnight cowboy kind.
Never happened to me.
Actually,
Oh,
I
nice.
can barely breathe at all.
Glad.
Probably the best.
Jesus, it's a...
Shared bad.
I was gonna say a literal shithole. Krieger, how and why do you live here?
Yeah, I use my salary for pet projects.
No, no.
Don't be nervous. I'm not going to rape you.
Subtitles.
Jesus Christ! But you were gonna flay me like a perch?
That's a wetsuit.
Of human flesh?
Jeez.
Neoprene. I'm a certified diver.
Why is it skin colored?
Well, it's not if you're black.
What is it with serial killers and skin?
I'm not a serial killer.
Wait, why'd you emphasize serial?
I did. What? Are we doing? Did I mention I have a surprise for you?
Krieger, equal parts shoju sangria and fear-induced adrenaline means I have to pee.
There's a utility sink in my lab.
Fine, whatever. But no
Finally cracked it.
Wow, amazing. You can play YYZ.
First
There you
of
go,
all,
Tom.
It's YYZ.
Oh my god. Krieger. Is that... But,
Oh, wow. Katya.
I mean, at our wedding.
I know. There was a lot of confusion.
No! Katya! No!
I remember that.
Holy shit.
Is she alive?
Oh,
Yeah, man. Flicker titty.
Katya! You're alive!
Well, on, technically. Either way, you're welcome.
My sweet, beautiful Katya, it's you!
My darling Sterling, you awake me
She's gonna
like
kill him or something. I'm
Yeah,
not saying
I don't know.
Something crazy's gonna happen.
Why do you have an erection?
Happy.
Oh, God.
This is gonna be good.
I wonder if like her skin feels like, or if it's like robotic, like
I don't know.
Are you, thanks for starting my sentence for me, people standing around for?
It's Bear Claw Monday.
She has like 8 donuts.
9:30, Pam, in case you were thinking about, I don't know, working?
Jeez, somebody's raring to go.
Also because...
Hello, friends of ISIS.
Oh my god.
And also because Katya needs a W-9.
Holy shit, zombies!
I know, right? Still crazy.
Look at her eyes.
Well,
Yeah.
for one thing, no bear claws.
Is she even here?
Wait, does this mean you and me?
Pam!
I was wondering that.
This is the last bear. Am I seeing things?
She would say this is the last Bear Claw Monday.
Ow! Ah!
And if we don't file her W-9, that first check will take like 8 weeks.
I'm sorry, I'm a little confused.
By the dead woman standing here?
Dressed like a whore.
How dare you fail to recognize my greatest accomplishment to date?
What, you finally nailed YYZ?
It's Zed, and no, Neil Peart stands alone. I was referring to...
You need your head examined if you think that abomination is ever going to work for ISIS.
Abomination.
Baby, come on, you're not an abomination.
Did she cry?
I mean, that's your original skin, right?
Hobo.
What?
Yes?
See?
Hang on.
She does feel a bit clammy.
Ow! Stop it! You stop!
We need to talk about other, internal...
Stop! That sounds like a private matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
talking...
Katya!
Oh gosh.
Lovely.
Sorry,
Trying to squeeze it.
Hey! Wait, or do I mean sploosh?
You know, it's probably not the worst idea in the world to have someone like her, since the KGB has someone like Barry.
Barry? That.
Hey, don't worry about Barry. I'm never gonna let him hurt you again, baby.
Ha!
I'll go try to convince Mallory that you'll be an asset to ISIS.
Thank you, Lana. That's
So not doing it for you.
so don't care.
Everybody's gonna bring up the Lana jealous stuff again.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want her to be an ISIS agent, and I certainly don't want her and Sterling back together.
Well, I can understand the latter.
I mean, who wears bangs?
But it can't hurt to level the playing field now that
I find out the KGB is behind this.
You won't. They're not.
I'll part her out and sell her for scrap. And I thought you were scared of robots.
No. Well, not Katya. She's different.
Well, don't come crying to me when she breaks your heart again.
She didn't break my heart, Mother. She was murdered.
Yes, and then you ran away from home to, grief bang the entire Pacific Rim.
To what?
Nothing.
Oh, please. I bet the gene pool of Polynesia is irreparably altered.
Baby,
Like,
How do we know she's not with KGB though?
Krieger's had her the whole time.
I wonder if he
special.
banged her. Or where was
I like to
he?
think that he's just outside of that.
I hope so.
Not above it, outside of, like, he's like asexual.
Yeah.
Does she hate what I am?
What you are, meaning the one woman who can free her child from the psychological prison she spent a lifetime erecting?
No, I mean, do you think I'm a monster?
Maybe I don't care about the chips and gears. All I care about is what I see when I look into those big green...
Red.
I guess they're red now, huh? Anyway, your eyes.
And what do you see in my eyes?
Mostly those insane boobs. Jack! Oh, boy.
Darling, are you alright?
Yes. No. Yes. Yes.
Red glow.
It's like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Not gonna lie, having some deja vu here. Which, if
Never thought about that.
any real thought, would probably
I
explain
have.
a lot.
Try to relax. Darling.
Doesn't work.
You are. How?
Would you close your eyes? I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road.
Country road.
Get her some fucking
Swear to
green
God, if I
contacts.
went blind right this very second, I'd be okay with that.
Don't say that, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Sleep. I've been doing yogic breathing work for 2 hours. My balls are like cranberries.
What?
Cranberry raisins?
Craisins?
Whatever, yes. I call them cranberries. How are you this morning?
Our love, darling. It feels like what is giant unstoppable wave.
Wait, you know craisins, but you don't know tsunami?
Then our love is like tsunami.
Da.
Or the Mountain Everest.
The bangs are weird.
No!
What the hell happened?
They're not coming back.
Why? In the sink is your vagina.
Why? Darling, it was dirty.
The remedy for which, miss, if you'll forgive my boldness.
I think boldness is needed.
What do you suggest? Wait, Vincent,
That is
I'll get that little precious
I'm confused. What do you see?
Her fake or synthetic vagina she took out and put it like, in the sink.
It's not much of a liberty, considering
It's like a fleshlight. You know what that is?
That'll
when he woke up from fate,
Don't give it.
he ran out of there
Jeez.
like this, like
In the sink. There's like a transistor radio and a veal cutlet had a baby.
Well, gross.
Oh.
Or
Glenn Gooley Blue?
yeah, and it's $300 a bottle. Which I haven't even tasted yet. Befitting a gift from my grandfather, who's dead.
Of course he is. He'd be like 100.
It's almost empty.
Just like my heart, Cyril.
Well, not your liver.
Because she ripped it out.
Wait, your liver?
My heart! And threw it in the sink.
Wait, her vagina? Ow!
could I have done something wrong?
Besides leaving your cooch in the sink?
Pam!
What? That just sounds considerate.
It's just, I know he has very good reason to hate
Katya.
people.
But I mean, Barry did murder her. Am I possible, father? And more importantly, tried to murder me.
Because Barry is a psychopath.
Machines can hurt people.
Give me that!
What? Was that Peter Lawford's?
No, it was... Oh, shut up. Do you want to learn something?
That vagina is like mind-shattering.
Oh, yeah? What? Does it vibrate, or...
As he moves his hand.
Well, I'm a much bigger man than you think. Plus, it'll drive Mother crazy. Plus, yes, it vibrates.
Really?
Yes, really. And Krieger, today?
Oh, sorry.
Little thing called timing, Krieger, and the erection's really not appropriate.
I'm still happy.
I can actually marry y'all right here.
Oh, for God's sake,
Oh,
get
yeah.
it over with.
He's a pastor.
Brett!
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, do you want me to be a groomsman?
No, go to the liquor store and buy 3 cases of champagne.
Sure, I'll limp on down there.
Don't limp, Brett, run! We're having a wedding in a few short minutes. And it's a win-win. Plus it vibrates.
No mother of the groom, so...
Yes, right here.
Mother, you came.
Phrasing. Boom! Inappropriate.
Phrasing.
So unless anyone, besides Mommy Dearest, objects to this union...
I think other Barry might.
What?
Barry? Yeah. And
Bro.
Bubbly.
You. Modak!
Whoa.
He killed him.
Is your mother
Yeah,
born
he
with
did.
that mouth?
Probably come
And
back,
also,
but-
is anybody gonna ask how and why I knew to show up here? By tracking the satellite signal from Katya's internal hard drive, which Dr. Dipshit over there bought from the KGB.
What? Krieger?
Yeah, but
I knew
the
it.
savings.
Like $80 you saved. But nobody is gonna save you, Archer.
So it was just ignorance.
Backwards?
Yeah.
Archer, don't!
Everybody down!
Shit.
Why do I always forget your... Oh!
How you say, come at me, bro.
Uh-oh.
Is that the best you've got?
Oh, jeez.
Superman fight.
But this is...
I'm confused. What do we...
Here! Ray, now!
Oh. Smart.
Oh.
Their CPUs run on photovoltaic cells. Without exposure to a light source, they'll slowly lose power.
Like vampires?
No, nothing like
Can't you see the light, the bright green though? Who's that?
Pam!
It'll spoil.
Brett? I thought you were dead.
No, it just hurt, really.
His arm. Shit. Damn.
What? Oh, for shit's sake! Really?
Woo! Yeah!
I can explain.
Turn on the goddamn lights! Ah! Why do I always forget that? And how can you explain that?
It became more like dancing.
Bone dancing.
Shut up!
Barry and I are the same.
Oh my god.
Jeez, dude.
Except her insides vibrate.
Ow!
Quickly.
Always with the forgetting.
But could you at least be happy for me? Because I have finally found a soulmate.
No!
Oh my gosh.
Or whatever.
Which, again, vibrates. Later, Tater.
Woo! He's doing that, dude.
Go ahead and say it.
Just like that Electrolux all over again.
So, if you really did love Katya, you've got to be happy that she's happy.
That's
bullshit.
absurd.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. So this is supposed to be like, I just watched this movie for the first time. It has,
Archer movie?
No, it has Dustin Hoffman.
All right, guys. So it's kind of a lot to process there. So first of all, I have to ask. She's incredibly hot, but if you knew she was like a cyborg robot, would you still marry her?
I mean,
knowing what you know.
I don't know. I mean, if she was like my wife Joy, I'd stay married to her. But
I mean, that shit might be coming. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's probably decades down the road. It's probably decades down the road, but
dude, you go to Japan, they have
sex dolls.
Yeah, they look.
They're
I've seen some.
They're robotic.
I've seen Tyrone Magnus, who he's a reactor as well. He's been around for quite a while. He's hilarious. I've met him a couple times. He posts shit like, so these are what sex dolls look like. Sign me up. He like puts on his Instagram, and it's funny because he makes it funny.
Right.
I couldn't get into that though.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely coming.
They look incredible.
Yeah, it's definitely coming. I think that, who knows, but, you know, Elon Musk has this thing, the implant in your brain that he's working on.
Yeah, the Neuralink.
Neuralink, yeah.
You know, at some point, probably not in our lifetime, but at some point, if the Earth continues to exist, the way technology is just compounding, it might be possible to download somebody's mind into some kind of card, some kind of something.
Oddly enough, I was just listening to this today. It's actually that might be possible sometime. But so what I was looking at was like lifespan. Like instead of putting your brain or copying your brain onto a disc and putting it in the body, or taking your brain and putting it in the body, it's gonna be easier to gene edit.
Okay, yeah.
Like instead of putting robotic parts, eventually we're just going to gene edit, and we're not going to need robotic parts and stuff like that.
You know, and if they did figure out a way to download somebody's mind, it wouldn't really be them because they don't have the spirit. It'd just be like a copy.
That's what I was going to say.
Right.
If I took your brain and put it in another body, we could probably say it's you.
Right.
If I took a copy of your memories and every single thing, and put that in another brain and put that in a body, would that be you?
I don't know. I think it's essentially like a computer program. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
like
don't know,
software.
But like our brains, I think that's also one thing that affirmed my belief in God. When I was in high school, I read a bunch of books on it. Like the more we, like a bunch of people in the Human Genome Project converted to, I don't want to say Christianity, but they became believers.
Right.
In something.
Right.
Because of how evident it seemed that, like, you know, something programmed us. All these ones and zeros, the way the helix works and stuff like that. It's like a code. It's like a coding.
Right. No,
and
I agree.
it's like irreducibly complex.
The vacuum cleaner thing.
Yeah.
Never tried it.
Never tried it. Didn't even. This is the first time it's never crossed my mind before. Truthfully.
Yeah.
Is that? I don't know. Does that make me sheltered for?
It's never crossed my mind, really.
Crossed my mind.
No, it never crossed mine.
I tried it when I was a little boy.
Really? Did it hurt?
Nah, it didn't work. It just felt like it didn't work. It just didn't work. It didn't feel pleasurable. It just didn't work. It was not good.
Well,
you know, hey, I probably shouldn't admit that on camera, but I did.
It could have been an accident. You know, you might have had a bad accident.
Yeah, I mean, it was not pleasant. I don't recommend it.
I wouldn't either. Malachi, take notes.
Malachi, what would you do if there was a girl that looked like Katya at your school?
He would do nothing.
Pull some cards out.
He would do nothing. He'd talk to me about her, and I'd give him advice. He wouldn't do it, and so she'd run off with some other hot, popular dude.
Yeah. Sounds like our conversations, too. You give me advice, I don't listen. It goes terribly wrong, and I'm sad for weeks, months, years.
Yeah. I'm just kidding, Malachi.
I know.
So I'm gonna guess and assume that Barry's not out of the picture. I'm a little surprised that he still didn't try to kill Archer right there.
Yeah.
I hate him.
He just stole his
I
woman.
hate him too.
I hate him.
And
To
I'm
me,
sorry.
that was hilarious. Woo!
But that Lana thing at the end with, you know, you just have to be happy that she's happy. Is ridiculous.
It's bullshit.
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's some kind of, I was gonna say Victorian ideal. That's some post-Victorian ideal. That's some like construct of probably something out of the 1940s or 50s. Like, you know, you make a promise and a unity.
Yeah.
And the other person goes off to do something to do what they want selfishly and fuck you. And you're supposed to say, well, I'm happy for them because I truly love them. If you're more happy for them, you didn't truly love them. No, I don't believe that.
I don't either. 100%.
I mean, and like specifically for that, I mean, like there are circumstances like where it's like, well, you have this amazing opportunity, you know what I mean, and like we're not married, and I'm going to college, and you're not going to that college already,
right?
But this opportunity will take you even farther. Maybe you should take it.
Tough, yeah, it's a tough decision.
It's their tough decision.
When she's just like banging another dude. Literally in the next room.
Yeah. Well, that shows you she doesn't have a conscience. You know what I mean? Like, she's a fucking cyborg. You know what I mean? So she's...
Dude, I've seen chicks do that when they've had a conscience.
Well, that's true. But I just think that, you know, they were just getting ready to get married. And
I've been the Barry and I've been the Archer.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you guys this.
Okay.
So, is it okay to have ill will towards exes and wish terrible things upon their life?
Did they do something terrible to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, if they did something terrible to you, like, I don't know, like, you know who Dr. Andrew Huberman is?
Heartbreak's terrible, so, I mean...
He's like one of the most famous neuroscientists in the world, and he just kind of admitted recently that he believes in God, and he's been reading the Bible, and he didn't say what God, but I assumed it was probably the Abrahamic God, right? One thing he always prayed for, and this is something that a priest told us, is like, God, help me ascend above all my deficiencies. You know, it doesn't mean like God changed my heart. It's like, give me the strength to do that. You don't pray for the outcome, you pray for the strength for the journey.
Right.
Any kind of shortcomings that we have, you know, help me rise above those. And I've always thought that was cool. I mean, like, I've had those before, but I don't really anymore.
Well, it's not really the religious sect that I follow, but a lot of people just kind of have thrown the word out now about, like, karma. Like, I feel like that's just bad juju to, like, wish ill will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of, kind of like reap what you sow. You know what I mean?
You know, you could say if you put something negative out there in the universe, as some people like to say nowadays, and that might come back to you.
Right.
I mean,
I agree with that.
I mean, I think reaping what you sow is like you do a bunch of bad shit will probably happen to you. Makes sense.
No, I try not to have ill will, but it's hard.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, and that's something we're going to see with Archer. Like, how's he going to... Barry's not gone. I feel comfortable saying
but I think it's one of those things she wanted him to say, hey, if I'm with you, you and Archer, that little beef is squashed.
Right.
So,
maybe.
You know. One thing that Mallory talked about was Archer changing, like, the gene pool in the Pacific.
Yeah.
The Pacific
Genghis
Rim.
Khan did that.
Really?
Genghis Khan married/raped so many women that every single man on this planet has I'm pretty sure no I'm sorry, I think it's 2 out of every 100 man, so 1 out of every 50 is related to Genghis Khan.
Really?
Yeah, on this planet.
That's insane.
Yeah,
it's a lot of women.
It's a lot of women.
It's
a lot of women. A lot of women, as Kramer would say. So it just kind of made me think of that. I don't know if you guys ever knew that.
No, I never knew that.
I'll tell you what, for some reason, I think farting is, you know, everyone belches and farts. For some reason, when I hear people belch loudly, it kind of gets to me.
I saw the look
hate
on
it.
your face.
I hate it.
When Archer was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I especially,
you know,
maybe I
your
shouldn't
mother
say
does it kind of loud all the time. Like, kind of like a joke. Oh, I'm just really loud. It's much louder than me.
I've heard it before.
Yeah.
And it bothers you?
A little bit.
What about ripping farts, though? Like, ripping farts?
I hate that word.
I don't like farts. I don't...
I feel like that's anti-stoicism with what they're trying to project men into now, right? In a professional setting, at least.
Yeah, so, like, it's... I don't know. Like, one time I was driving with a guy. I was with a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And this girl was really good looking, and he was driving. He just pulls over to the side of the road, unexpectedly. Closes the door, gets out, like, far away to, like we're, like, by the woods.
Right.
Comes back. He says, sorry, guys, I had to pass wind.
What a nice guy.
And it was going to stink. I was like, that was very polite of you. Thank you.
Jeez Louise, dude.
Maybe not
that's crazy.
Not anti-stoicism, but maybe just, like, anti-professional.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... I guess I go both ways.
Like,
you
if
know?
you're building a small business and you have a client in your office, like, you're not going to fart. Right?
No, you're not.
You're gonna try not to fart. I mean, sometimes it fucking just comes. You know what I mean? I've had that shit happen before.
Had it happen to you, like, at a really bad time?
There's a time it's like in my memory that, like, I farted and I was like, and I was super embarrassed and hoping, but I can't remember like the specifics. But yeah, I mean, I think it's happened to everybody. Hell, I was watching fucking what's it, Pat
McAfee.
I was watching Pat McAfee the other day, and the fucking guy, I can't remember what his name is, but one of the co-hosts on that show, fucking shat himself right during the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yep, I did.
Yeah, he shat himself right during the episode. Fucking hilarious.
Well, dude, Shane,
that's kind of funny, though. Like
in school, I think it was like our junior year, I swear to you, I can't remember the kid's name, but I was sitting in class, and it was a class I remember there was a bunch of like really hot girls, and all you hear in the middle of class is just like and like it smelled terrible. So like we're all like turning around looking at this kid, and even the teacher was, it was Mr. McCauley. It was in his class.
God, Mr. McCauley.
And he's like, what was that? And the kid, I forget the kid who it was.
He passed away last year.
Yeah, I
did
saw
he
that.
Seriously?
He died. Yeah,
he died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And I remember the kid's face was beat red. I can see his face, but I can't think of who the kid was. And he's looking down. He's like,
so embarrassed.
I'd rather bear the shame than the pain.
Did people laugh?
No, everyone was cracking up, except all the girls. Like the hot girls were like,
it's like something Zach would say.
Yeah, I mean Zach, for some of his faults, like he could do that and like not feel embarrassed.
Right.
Rather be the shame and the pain, baby.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Which is you want that.
Yeah.
There's one time I was at youth group with Tyler Preston.
Yeah.
That's the prayer, and he was praying for all of us. So we all went to sit down in different locations.
Yeah.
And I saw him over here, and I farted, and I thought he was gonna go in a circle, but he cut to me. I was like, oh God, please.
Did you say no? Like, yeah, I farted.
No, I
played it off.
I did this. Eyes down. He was over here.
Did it smell pretty bad?
Yeah, it's horrible.
That's always fun. One of like the prettiest girls like I know that I've known for a long time. She's a dermatologist actually. Well, she was like walking down an aisle at Giant Eagle, and I was walking towards her. Of just she's in there all the time. She said, hey, don't walk down there. I farted. It smells terrible.
She said that?
She said to me. I was like,
that's
hey.
Funny.
I said, don't worry. I'll go back the other way.
Yeah. It was funny. I used to have an ex who had the worst fucking farts in the world.
Yeah.
They weren't loud, but they smelled like pure death.
That's how mine are.
You know what I mean? Like pure fucking
small
death.
and dangerous.
They're never loud.
And I'm like, did you?
Yes, they are. What the fuck?
You think my farts are loud?
Yes. You're sitting down. You're like, oh. And I look at you like.
But anyway, she would fart. I would be like, are you dead inside? Like, are you fucking dead? Are you an animal? Like, what are you? Like, that's not fucking normal. You need to go to a doctor. Like, that's what I would tell her. But because they were so bad, and I would gag.
Yeah.
I did know a girl once. I didn't date her. That could suck air into her ass and just fart repeatedly. What made me think of it is how you said every time he took a step, he was farting. Like, she could literally suck air in her ass. And just like...
So sure it wasn't her vagina? Because I know a girl can do that.
No, she would lay on the ground. She did this in front of other people. She was proud of it. At the time, she was cute. She lived down the road from me, but I don't know what she looks like today. It's been...
She wasn't queefing, right? She was just...
No.
Because I know a girl who can do that on command.
No, she wasn't queefing.
It was in her asshole.
It was... she described it as in her asshole, but maybe she was embarrassed to say it was her asshole, and maybe it was really her vagina. I don't know. But she would lay down on the ground.
Yeah.
And she'd she'd put her feet back over her head, and she would suck in her ass, according to her, and she'd fart. And she loved to demonstrate this for people. Like, she did this. Like, I remember her laying on the ground doing this. There's like 20 people just sitting there watching.
Because like kind of like that.
Yeah. And it was.
I think it's vagina because
she could do it on demand. Maybe other people have this talent. I don't know, but it may be vagina.
Talent show. Put a microphone up there.
She said it was her ass. Her ass.
You guys remember the lysine contingency in Jurassic Park?
The what?
It was lysine contingency was put there by the engineers of the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
In case something ever happened, they lost control of the dinosaurs. If they weren't fed because they can't produce lysine, which I've looked is actually not the best way to. There's like better ways that they could have engineered the dinosaurs to. So they're deficient in lysine unless they're given by humans. But something was happening. They were getting lysine from the plants, and then the meat eaters were eating the other animals that had lysine in them.
Right,
so they were getting them. That's how they were able to thrive. So Krieger put that in place. Basically, if you turn the lights off, they lose power.
Yes.
So it kind of made me think of that.
Yeah, that was cool.
All right, guys. We'll have to see what happens in the next episode with Barry. We're out of here.